Namaste, my yogi friends. How are you today? Hope everything is good. Let's do a little yoga together. We're going to be very gentle today, feeling a little extra humble in the face of the big world out there, and just want to tune inward and find peace and contentment through movement and breath, and let the stress just melt away. That's one of the things that I love about yoga, is it tunes you into what's really important, which is the true self and the gifts that we all have around us. So much joy, so much love. So let's go ahead and get on the mat. Let's start in hero pose today, sitting on our heels. If that's not nice for you, you don't have to take that pose. Maybe it's just needs a little bit of support. You can put a pillow behind your knees, and then you can sit on the pillow. Maybe that helps a little bit. Find yourself in hero's pose. Let the back be straight and lift through the sternum, through the core of the body, and the top of the head reaching up. We're just going to let the hands rest on the thighs, palms up, very receptive, offering. Close the eyes and focus on the breath, and really feel the breath from the deepest part of your belly. Let your belly move in and out as you're breathing, and especially when you exhale, squeeze in to force the old air out. So we're just going to breathe right now, connect our bodies inward. Bring your attention to your true self. Close the eyes if you need to. Squeezing the belly on exhalation, get all the old air out. Inhale, begin with the belly, deepest part by your root chakra. Breathe it in. Then feel the chest, the throat, and even the skull where you have sinuses and air can inhabit those spaces. Feel everything in. Exhale from the top, slowly downward. And lastly, squeezing the belly in. 3 more deep breaths like that. Just let yourself relax. Don't try too hard. Just let it be. Enjoy the movement of the body as you breathe in and out. Let's bring our hands to prayer pose for just a moment of intention. What do you hope to achieve in today's yoga class? And with that intention in your mind and in your heart, lift the hands up. Take a big breath in, stretch up. Separate the fingers, look up at the ceiling, wiggle your hands, wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists, circle the other way. Stretch the arms out to the side, and let's bring the hands behind the tailbone and interlock the fingers. See if you can straighten your arms. If you can't, just put a nice stretch into your shoulders backwards. Lift the face, lift the heart, smile, let your cheeks rise up. Squeeze those shoulder blades, arch your chest forward. And then just gently release and swing the hands up forward. Reach them forward. Bring just the wrists up, bending at the wrists. Bring the fingertips straight up like rake hands. And as you start to exhale, drop the hands down. Spread your fingers wide apart. Bending only at the wrists. Bring it up to breathe in. Push it down to exhale. Up, in. And maybe you feel like I do. You can really feel your shoulder blades separating from each other as you bring your hands way forward. And just think about the wrists doing a maximum stretch here as you breathe in and out. Keep the fingers up and bend the elbows. Bring the hands right back to the shoulders. Elbows way back. Arch again. Lift the face. Exhale, push forward, round the back, drop the head down, push the hands forward. Kind of visualize like you're doing push-ups, except it's more extreme in the shoulders and backbone area. Scapula squeezing and lifting the face. And pushing forward, round the back, drop the face. Let's do 10 of those. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Beautiful work. Keep it going. 2. Your body is waking up. 1. All right, let's come on to hands and knees. Into the table position. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and knees are under your hips. Maybe pick up your feet from the ground and give them a little shake to wake them up a little bit. That was a little bit tough on the ankles to be on hero pose for all that time. And just arch and sway. Allow the back to move into an arch position and then lift the face with the tailbone and sink back down into a swaying position. As you're going from the cat position, arched up, to the cow position, swaying down throughout this whole time, pushing away with your arms. Don't allow your back to scrunch up around don't scrunch your shoulders into your neck or your ears. Keep pushing away to a nice frame and really push away throughout through your fingertips as well as the wrist, the palm of the hand. Activate your whole hand muscles. Sway, arch, and breathe. All right, come back to a nice level table. And let's do a little bit of a balance. Bring your right arm out and your left leg out. Hold. Keep holding, keep breathing. Watching the clock. Let's get ready to switch and switch sides. Find your balance. If you can't find balance, you feel wobbly, you can drop that big toe down. If you feel strong, you want to arch your back up a little bit, lift the leg higher than your hips. And let's switch sides again. Switch one more time. Bring the hands slowly down, bring the knees slowly down, and turn your toes under. Turn those toes under and get your hips to sink back towards your heels. Sinking back, come up onto the hips. And allow the toes to all point forward. Make sure your little toe is pointing forward like the rest of your toes. And I know this is what we call spicy pose. You can really feel a lot of stuff happening in the toes area, in the ankles, in the arch of the foot. But it's good for you to have that stimulation right down to the toes. So try and bear with it. Let's bring the hands into prayer pose. Push it up, breathe in. Really reach up. Exhale, bring it down, slowly down to the heart, bow the head. Push it up, breathe in. Exhale, bring it down. We're just going to do it once more. Keep with me if you can. All right, back into just a comfortable seated position. Take a minute to just relax. And we're going to bring the right hand to the left knee. The left hand's going to go behind you, all the way through the air and down to the ground behind your left hip. Make sure you're stretching up through the spine. Don't be slouched. Look over your left shoulder And your eyes go all the way to the left corner of your eye sockets. Keep breathing smooth and steady from the deepest part of your belly. Eyes all the way to the left corner of your eye sockets, and your attention to what it is you see there at the edge of your vision, connecting your mind to this extreme twist. All right, slowly unwinding, bring your eyes back to the center of your eye sockets and blink a little bit, hands on the knees. Just drop your head forward and sit quiet for a moment. Allow the head to be heavy, relaxing the back of the neck. And then slowly sit tall again, stacking your vertebrae up. Bring the face to a neutral position. Let's bring the left hand to the right knee. Right hand travels behind you, reaching back. Put it on the ground behind your right hip and look over your right shoulder. Remember to sit tall. And bring your eyes all the way to the right corner of your eye sockets and your attention to what you see there at the edge of your vision. Keep breathing long, slow, deep, full breaths from the deepest part of your belly. Twisting around. Kind of like when you're driving and you need to see if it's clear behind you before you pull out into traffic. Sometimes we feel like, oh, that's difficult to look backwards like that. So this is your chance to find that flexibility and allow it to be normal. Keep breathing. Slowly unwind, blink your eyes a lot, and come back around to the front. One hand on each knee, bring your shoulders forward, roll them back. Roll them forward and up, squeeze them back and down. Breathe in and out. Allow this to be a big movement. Move those shoulders more than they normally ever would. And now we're going to go over the top like a bicycle, one shoulder at a time. All right, relax. I invite you now to do a knee twist like we did, back and forth. Just allow yourself to go at any speed that feels good to you. Back and forth, breathing as you move. This is your practice. Listen to the body. And if you get a request, say yes. And then when you're ready, we're going to stretch those legs out. Take a minute to pull the flesh away from the sitting bones if that suits you, if that benefits you, and just pay attention to your ankles for a minute. Flex them and bring the toes pointing way back at your face. Sit as tall as you can on your sitting bones. Lift your heart, lift the top of your head. Really invigorate your legs. Bring the knees into a raised position. Quads are tight, calves are tight, ankles are flexed, toes pointing back at your head. And relax your shoulders and arms. Take 3 deep breaths. And slowly relax your feet, relax your legs, and round your back. Look down towards your hips. Maybe turn your hands palm up on your legs. Sitting soft, sitting heavy. Turn your hands down to grab your knees. Move to the middle spot of your calves, and then move, if you want, all the way to your ankles. Let's drag the fingers all the way up to the hips, and push them down towards the ankles. As you bring your hands back to the hips, sit tall, lift the heart. As you reach for your ankles, round the back, drop the head. Allow yourself to just move and breathe and stretch, connect with your true self. And don't try so hard. Let it be. Trust yourself enough to let go. Trust the universe, trust your life. Don't try to always be in control of everything. Right now, right here, on your yoga mat, everything is fine. There is love. There is faith. All right, beautiful people. Let's bend that right knee. Bring the heel in towards the groin or somewhere out, wherever it's comfortable for you. And we're going to reach beyond the toes. So we're really going to reach with some energy here. Stretch as if you're reaching for something beyond your foot. I always say there's a basket of fruit and a banana on top and you're reaching for it. Turn your face to look down at your legs. So you're reaching with the top of your head and your fingertips. It's quite strenuous because we're really, really reaching. Every time you inhale, reach farther. Every time you exhale, sink down. Reach and sink. Reach and sink. Reach and sink. Hands to the floor. Push yourself back up. Change legs. Take a minute. Lift through the heart. Lift through the top of the head. Begin to reach beyond your foot. Stretching forward. Turn your face to look down at your leg. Reach with the top of your head and your fingertips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, sink, sink, sink down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. And inhale, last reach. Make it really strong. Keep reaching, keep reaching. And slowly start to sink as you exhale. Hands to the floor. Push yourself up. Beautiful. Let's bring the feet together in a butterfly sit. And let the knees sink down. You can always put a pillow under a knee if that helps you. Or if you happen to have yoga blocks, you can put a block there. And bring your hands to wrap around your toes, pulling the heart up and forward. Shoulders back, lift the face. Let the knees drop down, relax. And then bring your hands to prayer pose. Push it up, breathe in. Exhale down. Push it up, breathe in. Exhale down to your heart, bow the head. Let this be meditative, connecting your heart, your mind, your breath, and your movement. This time as you reach your hands up, let the knees come up too. Put the knees, feet flat on the ground, reach up. And as you come down, bring your arms around your legs and tuck your face into that little cave between your knees and your chest for a little private time to just connect with your true self. Let your breath be light and easy. walk your feet a little bit away. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Walk your feet a little bit away. And again, pull the flesh away from your sitting bones. Hands on your knees. Let's pick up the toes so the ankles are flexed. The heels are still on the ground. And round the back, sit way back on your tailbone. Arms go straight. Chin is to your chest. And then bring the chest close to the knees. Drop the toes down. Lift your face. Lift your heart. Squeeze your shoulders back. And back again. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. 3 more. And find your balance point and bring the legs into a boat pose. You can let go of your knees if you feel you can balance that way. And then hands down behind your hips, feet down, a little bit apart, a little wider than your hips. We're going to come up into reverse table. Let your head drop back so that your spine is straight from tailbone to the cervical connection at the skull. Top of the neck. Keep breathing. Drop your tailbone down. Pick the heels up, arms out to the side, boat pose. Hold. And we're going to go back to reverse table, hands on the ground, fingers pointing towards your feet. Lift the tailbone up to a flat position, drop the head back. Reverse table. Let's go back to boat pose. Drop the tailbone down. Pick up the feet. Pick up the arms out to the side. And let's bring the right fingertips to the left toes. You can straighten out the other leg a little bit and back. So we're doing a little bit like a balance crunch. Alternating sides. We'll go this 10 times. 10. 9. 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go back to boat pose. If you want, you can experiment with straightening the legs for the advanced position, and then allow yourself to come down. And let's do a straddle. We're going to push those legs out to the side as comfortably as you like, sitting tall on your sitting bones. Place your hands on the inside of your knees and rotate the legs out a little bit. Rotate them out and release. Rotate them out and release. And so your feet are kind of going like that and back. All right. Just relax for a minute, let your hands rest in front of your hips. Close the eyes, find your center, find your breath. And then bring the arms parallel to the legs, right over the legs, and reach for something floating in the air above your toes, one side and then the other. Imagine you're in the middle of a tug of war, somebody's pulling you left, and then they're pulling you right. You're right in the middle of the rope, let them pull you. Don't resist, just go with it. All right, come back to the center, palms up, lift up, breathe in. Palms out, push it down to your legs, all the way down. Palms up, breathe in, lift. Breathing in through the nose if that helps you. Push down, exhale through the lips. One more time, up and in. And out and down. Hands hands to the floor in front of your hips. Walk the hands forward. Find a nice spot for your hands to support the body as you bend the elbows. Come down closer to the ground and push back. Find your range of motion. Be gentle. Don't overstretch. Don't try to prove anything. We're just finding our personal range of motion. Whatever it is, be grateful for it. Could be worse. Could always be worse. Be grateful for who you are and what you have. Be grateful for your life. It's such a gift. Bend those elbows, bring the face a little bit closer to the ground. Find your edge and push back into your comfort zone. Work with your breath, exhaling as you bend forward, inhaling as you come up. Take your time. Make it easy, enjoyable. And now let's find that edge or wherever you feel like you can maintain and stay there for just a few breaths. Try to release any energy in your feet. Relax your toes. Relax your hips. Relax your belly. And then we're going to push halfway back and walk over towards your right leg. One hand on either side of the leg. Just bend your face down towards your knee. If you choose to and it feels good, you can reach for your foot or your toes. And then push against the ground, bring yourself halfway up and walk back to the center. Find your perfect spot for your hands. Bend the elbows, drop your face down, and push back. Take your time. Down to a good spot to stay. You may want to go onto your elbows if that's good for you. Stay here and just focus on your breath. Relax your feet. Relax your neck. Beautiful. Push halfway back and let's go to the other leg. Walk your hands over to the left leg. One hand on either side of the leg. Bow your head over your knee. Reaching for the foot or the toes if that suits you. Ready, hands to the floor, push yourself halfway up and return to the middle. And find your range of motion again. I'm sure it's increased a little bit through this exercise. Find yourself coming a little closer to the floor than you did before. Let's find our edge and stay there for the last extreme version of our forward fold in the straddle position. Coming down. Push back all the way back up. And now let's bring our legs into the opposite kind of movement. So we're going to crisscross and bring the bottom leg, your left leg can bend, knee is forward, and the heel comes back by the right hip. And then cross the right leg over and bring the heel back towards your right heel back towards your left hip. And now we're going to do, this is a nice crisscrossy leg position, yeah? Crisscross the arms as well. Bring them into the eagle position. Crossing at the elbows, wrap the forearms and fingers to the palm of the hand. Any version of that kind of a wrap is perfect, whatever you can do. As breathe in, we're going to lift up. Exhale, sink the elbows down, hands come right in front of the face. Inhale, slowly lift up, so the elbows are in front of the face, and then drop it down. Unwind the hands, stretch them out, circle the wrists, and crisscross them the other way. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And unwind, stretch the arms out, gently stretching, reaching for opposite walls. Let your arms and shoulders reach away from the center of your body. And then drop them down. And fold forward. Let your hands be right on top of the balls of your feet, fingers matching with the toes. And let your head rest on your knee or nearby. Inhale, lift up, and see if you can switch the legs around, undo the right from the top, and this time the right one goes underneath, heel is by the left hip, left leg crosses over, the knees can kind of like stacked on top, and this left heel comes back by the right hip, and you know, if you can't bring them back, then just let them be out to the side. So let's bring the arms out, and forward, cross the elbows, and instead of rising and falling, just hold them steady this time. Steady, close the eyes, meditate inward. And when you're ready, open the arms out, reach wide, circle your wrists. Bring them in, cross them the other way, hold it steady, close the eyes, find your sacred center. Beautiful, reach them out and up, breathe in, prayer hands down. And let your hands rest on the soles of your feet. Bend forward and bring your face to a resting position near your knee. Stillness, tranquility, contentment. All right, stretch those legs out. Now let's go ahead and lie down. Find a resting position on the mat where your arms and legs are stretched out like a starfish on the beach. Make sure you feel balanced and at ease. And imagine a big clock right above your body where your toes are pointing towards, if your feet are apart, maybe your toes are pointing towards 5 and 7. If your arms are out to the side, maybe your arms are pointing towards 3 and 9. And your head points towards 12 noon. Let's bring the toes together where the 6 o'clock point is, and the arms overhead where the 12 o'clock point is. And stretch tall, reach, make your body as long as possible. Inhale big, expand your ribs. And then just let go, relax. legs up, with the heels close to the hips, and cross your left ankle on your right knee. Bring your arms down towards your hips and reach through the triangle of your legs here between your knees and your ankle and your hips. So your left leg is on your right knee. You drop your right hand through the hole in the middle, and your right hand is on the outside of your right leg. Bring the legs up and interlock your fingers behind the knee. Interlock and just bring the leg close to the chest, squeezing it gently in, breathing as you move. Take your time. Let it be a slow, careful stretch. And bring it in and hold it. And release. Legs back out. Feet on the floor, knees up. Arms can just rest out to the side. Reverse that move. We'll take the right leg, cross the ankle on the left knee, reach the right hand through the triangle, and left arm reaching around the outside of the left leg. Interlock the fingers behind the knee, and we squeeze in and let it go. Hold it in, and let go. Let's stretch the arms and the legs up into the sky, and rotate the wrists and ankles. Change the direction of your circle. Bring the legs down, all the way down, and reach them up. Point the toes, bring the hands over into a pointed position. When your fingers point, they kind of come over like a bird's head. Ankles flex, wrist flex, bring it down, push it up, and point. Flex down. Let's do that 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, circle the wrists and ankles. Go the other way. See if you can bring the knees down and grab your big toes with your index and forefinger, middle finger, and grab a hold of the big toe and let the knees go down on the outside of your chest. Happy baby pose. Bring those heels high. And maybe rock a little bit left and right. Happy baby finds his feet in the cradle, and he's so excited. What are these things I've found at the end of my legs? All right, stretch it up. And bring your feet down, arms around your knees. Bring your head up, make yourself into a tiny little ball, and stay there for 10 breaths. Beautiful. All right, relax outward. Arms go out to 3 and 9. Feet go down to 5 and 7. Relax. And when you're ready, we're going to do the hamstring stretch. Bring the left leg up. this pillow here. Bring that left leg up, reach with your hands, grab the leg, and give it a nice gentle stretch towards the face and back to vertical. Find your range of motion. Work with your range. Don't force anything. Let it be easy and gentle, enjoyable. Stretching the hip, stretching the hamstring. Find your range of motion from vertical to wherever is your limit. And now we move the leg to the middle of that range and give yourself a massage on the back of the leg, from the knee, working your way up towards the hip. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Can you get back up to the knee again? We go around the sides of the knee and then start working your way into the calf muscle. The calf muscle is the heart of your lymphatic system. It's always working to pump your lymphatic fluids around the body. Give it some love and appreciation. And now we bend the knee, bring the heel in towards the pelvis or the belly, and the knee goes out to the side. And as you do that, give a massage to the arch of your foot and work your way up towards the toes. Massage the ball of the foot where the toes connect to the foot. Each little connection, give it some attention and love. Squeeze and release, that's all we're doing. And then maybe with your flat hand, grab the toes and bring them back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Maybe stretch the skin between the toes, bringing one toe forward, one toe back, stimulating the meridians, and your circulation to the tipsy tips of your toes. All right. Hold your leg in your arms like a baby and rock it left and right, back and forth. Alright, stretch that leg up again and resume the range of motion stretch. Find your full range of motion. Maybe it's a little bit more than it was before. Let's find our most extreme spot and hold the leg steady there for a few breaths. Then release, bring the leg straight up, bend the knee and cross it over for a reclined spinal twist. Open the arms out, palms up. Release and relax. If you need a support under your knee, put a pillow there. Really concentrate on relaxing. Relaxation starts in the mind. To tell yourself to relax. You have to trust yourself that it's okay to let go. Well, wonderful spinal twist relaxation like this really clears out the waste products and stored toxins that accumulate when we never really relax and we have stress. When we hold things that we don't want and don't need. So now's your chance to breathe it out and let it go. Calm the mind. Connect with your true heart. And when you're ready, roll onto your back and stretch your legs straight out to number 6. Arms overhead to number 12. Stretch, take your body as long as possible. Expand your rib cage in all directions, breathing in. And exhale, let it go, relax, release. Feel heavy on the floor. Notice the floor pushing back against you, supporting you. balancing your downward push with an upward push. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring up the other leg. Find yourself nice and flat on the ground. Lift your right leg up, straight up out of your hips like a lamppost. And then reach with your hands to grab wherever your hands reach and gently begin to find your range of motion. Maybe it's a little less than the other leg, maybe it's a little better than the other leg, whatever it is. Find the full extent of your range. Gently, easily, softly, with lots of breathing. Take your time. Let's find our most extreme version of the stretch. Hold right there for a minute. Acknowledge it. Don't force anything. Be gentle, appreciative. And then back off your extreme spot. Find a nice mellow ground, middle ground there, and we begin to rub the back of the leg between the knee and the hip, working our way down towards the hip. Squeeze and release, stretching the tissues and letting them go, giving them a little compression and then letting it go. Stimulating. All right, let's go to the knee and rub all the way around the knee, front, back, and sides. And then into the calf muscle we go, squeeze and release. Front, back, and sides. Give it some love. Tell it you appreciate it. We only get this one vessel in our lives, and it is a good vessel. All right, bend the knee and bring your massaging hands down to the heel, arch of the foot. Squeeze and release, working your way towards the ball of the foot, and the toes. To the tips of the toes. Each toe gets a little squeeze right at the tip. Maybe stretch the toes apart from each other like doing the splits. And just try to stimulate the blood flow right to the toes, tips of the toes. Keep our circulation doing what it's supposed to do, circulating. Rubbing, squeezing, back to the heel. Stretch the leg up and begin to again stretch the leg towards the chest, towards the head. Oh, we forgot to rock the baby. Let's bring the heel into the belly button, knee way out to the side, arms around the leg, rock the baby. Bring it up and find your most extreme position, stretching the leg close to the face, back to vertical, find your range, and find your most extreme spot. Hold right there for a nice few breaths, static stretch. Release the leg, let it go straight up, bend the knee, cross it over to the floor or near the floor. Put a pillow there if you need. Open your hands out to the side, palms up, and find your mind scanning through the spine, through the limbs, asking everything, are you relaxed? If not, adjust, make sure you can. So you really let go and clear out the toxins that store deep in the tissues, deep in the cells, the muscles, the connective tissue, the bones, the ligaments, the tendons, and the fascia. The blood vessels, capillaries, the nerve cells, the organs, the spirit, intellect, you are a universe, all connected, all vibrant, self-knowing, self-aware. Micro adjustment, find the most extremely relaxing version of this pose. Turn your head so that you can really let go all your tension, all your holding. Restore. Perhaps you, like me, don't even really want to come out of it, but I guess we should. Roll onto your back. Let's stretch the arms overhead. Long body stretch. Big inhalation. Expand your rib cage. Reach with your tippy toes, your fingertips up, your tippy toes down. And let everything go. Wow. When you're ready, roll back up. Let's bring the knees up, grab the knees and rock. Rock from tailbone to shoulders. Give it a good 10 times or so, back and forth. And eventually rock right up to seated position. Find yourself seated comfortably with the back straight, shoulders relaxed, arms heavy, mind calm, eyes closed. And we're going to put our hands on our knees with our fingers in a circle, the index finger and thumb connected at the tip with a sacred circle here on each knee, palm up. You turn a little bit so that you can see the hands. As you breathe in and out, allow your consciousness to move around that sacred circle of finger and thumb. Try to let the right side of your head, right side of your mind, right side of your face connect with the right circle of your right hand. While the left side of your mind is connecting with the left circle. And travel around the circle as you breathe. Each side of the mind has its own separate circle, traveling in unison around the finger thumb sacred circle. And now bring the energy from the webbing between your finger and thumb up the top of the arm, through the inside of the elbow, in between the muscles in the bicep, and into the armpit, and up to the collarbone, right in front of the collarbone, above your right breast. So that's the traveling energy. We circle around the circle, and of course on the left side too. So each side of your mind has something to occupy it. As we breathe in, we travel around the circle, and back around the circle as you breathe out. And now we travel from the webbing between the finger and thumb on both sides. Send your mind, left and right mind, up the left and right arm to the elbow, inside the elbow. Next breath, we travel up the bicep on the inside of the arm, the yin surface of the arm, to the front of the shoulder, into the soft tissue where the shoulder's strength and yang surface connects to the soft surface of the armpit. Right there, and up into the front of the collarbone. That is where we stay for a moment as we breathe. Right side connected to the right side, left side connected to the left side. On your next breath, send those points by the collarbone above the breast into the heart, and embrace your heart in an envelope of love. Feel the softness of the tissue. Feel the connection between your heart and the pericardium, the soft tissue that surrounds the entire heart. Imagine your heart lifting up higher in your chest. Allow it to do so. Imagine your shoulders and your shoulder blades, your scapula, melting down as your heart lifts up. Keep the energy alive through the arms, through that yin surface of the soft part of the arm, from the fingers, from your sacred circle of finger and thumb, through the soft side of your arm, and all the way into the pericardium around the heart, lifting it, celebrating it, appreciating it, the source of your spirit and your love. The heart is more than a muscle. Western medicine does not understand what the heart truly is. Now we journey back down the arms. So bringing the energy and your attention, each side of the mind, going to the point of the collarbone, the midpoint of the collarbone, and just below. Send the right mind's energy into the soft part of the shoulder in front of the armpit. The left mind's energy traveled along the collarbone out to the same spot on the left side. As you exhale, drift down and your energies down the arms towards the elbow. Down towards the forearm, the inner side of the forearm towards the wrist. Back into your circle, circle around the circle, breathing in and out. The right mind, focusing on your right fingers, the left mind on the left circle. Think of your brain like a cog in a clock where the different gears move together in opposite directions.